Hey everyone, it's Monday the 3rd of January 2022. We are in Helsinki. The time is 9:51 a.m. and the temperature is -2 degrees with a slight chance of snow this morning. We're just next to the railway station. I'm going to take Mikonkatu over to the Esplanade park. You can see there's a bit of snow here around, so hopefully we'll have a nice look at Korkeavuorenkatu, which is a kind of design area in the city. And maybe we'll make our way to the seaside, over to Hietalahden tori and Boulevardi. That's kind of the overall plan for today. You've probably seen a map by now, so you'll know where I made it. But that's what I have planned on this quite pretty winter's morning. Oh, there's a tram going over to Pasila over there. There are some people around, but of course it's only the 3rd of January. Not everyone is back to work. And with the current restrictions, most people are working from home. So it'll be quieter city center than maybe some other times. Just a little alleyway leading towards the main streets there, where they have the beautiful Christmas trees that we've been looking at a couple of times already. The weather has been really interesting. It's been going sort of between -14 and 0, and today was going to snow quite a lot, but that just disappeared over the overnight. I think the snow is going to arrive later on during the night as well. Maybe tomorrow, but then tomorrow will be 2 degrees, so that will unfortunately just be rain. I've been kind of in the smaller towns over Christmas and New Year's. Haven't been to Helsinki city center. Of course, right now, like I said, there are restrictions in place for around 3 weeks. So probably still, when I post this video, that will be the case. The restrictions are that restaurants and bars have to close around 6 p.m. So I think they can only serve until 5. And recommendations are to work from home. And you have to wear a mask on the trains at least. Here's the Aleksanterinkatu with the Christmas lights. We'll make our way towards Korkeavuorenkatu, which seems to have some kind of a traffic situation going on. Let's see how that works out. It's raining a little bit, but doesn't really feel very much like snow at all. Definitely you wouldn't be able to see it. So we're kind of today making our way through the older areas of the city. In a way, kind of traditional city living and small shops, hopefully. But I think I've walked through the main streets on the other videos already quite a lot, so I thought we'd look at something a bit different. Let's see if I can get my glove on as well. It's not too cold today, but still enough that you want to have all your warm winter gear on. And of course the sun is just kind of getting up. I think we have grey skies today though. Won't actually see the sun that much. Let's have a look back here though. These are quite nice areas during Christmas time, especially with the lights. And then in the summer it's really beautiful. I'm waiting for a little bit of a break in the traffic so I can make my way across without everyone having to wait. think. We're just about there. I'm wondering which side to actually take. I might go across here. It's a very beautiful. Let's go through here to have a view at the reindeer or deer in the park as well. The lights, you can see quite a lot of snow around. Even though it doesn't seem like it will snow today. These are really beautiful lights, and because it's so grey and kind of dark, you can see them quite well. Even right now. That's a lovely view of Esplanade. It's quite wintry here today, which is nice. This is kind of the time when some people will still be on holiday and others are returning to work, but now returning to work from home for a big part at least. And, we made the turn to Korkeavuorenkatu. With some kind of a construction going on here. We'll see how that goes. So this is definitely closed for traffic. Sorry about the noise. So there's a Mikonkatu here. Yes. Richard Street maybe? Seems like a stretch, but really beautiful building behind there. They're kind of going uphill, which seems fitting. It's a lovely little jewelry store, I think. It's really nice. Look at these old entrances to the buildings as well. I'm trying to figure out. I think this is a fire museum. Never seen that before. Looks like an old fire station. Or at least never paid much attention to it, as you can see. So as I was saying, Korkeavuori means kind of a tall hill, high hill. It's not that big a hill, but we were going uphill for sure. These buildings are really lovely here. This is a church. You can see from the cross on top. And these houses are pretty old as well. You can see they've got these lovely doors and doorways, and then sort of a yard inside in many cases. And I was just talking to someone who used to live in central Helsinki years and years ago, and was saying how there's no access to these anymore, so you don't get to see the inside of those lovely buildings, and they're kind of a area that people can use. I think that's Johanneksen kirkko ahead of us there. It's an old pharmacy there. But I want to have a quick look at this window if we can. Kind of a old things there. It says antiques, and there's the hotel right next to it. They even have some Christmas stuff on display. Quite a nice little shop. So you find a lot of these smaller shops on the kind of street level of these. I don't know where he's going with the snowplow. Let's see what happens before I go. There are restaurants and then smaller shops around here at the sort of street level. Of course, that's been very tricky for them with people not coming to the city to kind of be here every day for work. So that's kind of been a challenge for these many small shops. Let's see, let's cross here. Then we're not in anyone's way. I think that seems to be what everyone is doing. Removing the snow in the city is not a sort of an easy task. With the cars being parked by the street side and all of that, it's a bit of a hassle. It's a colourful piece of art, and there's a really nice shop selling all kinds of things you could use in your knitting, I guess. These buildings are really lovely. Shouldn't stay around and spin too much, sorry guys. I just keep looking at the details myself. And of course, lovely winter view of the cathedral here. And inside you can also see that probably an office. There are like some posters on the wall. It's quite a fun one when you can kind of see the decorations here. Inside as well. And these buildings are just really nice all around. It's a really cute, I think, a cafe there and a bar. And there's deli on the other side, which kind of looks like it's 24 hours one. Looks like it's quite potentially some kind of self-service thing. Here's on the left of the church, on my left side, the Design Museum. Also a really lovely building. There's an ice rink there with already some skaters there, or ice skaters, at least waiting. There's a tram coming this way, so we'll wait for a little bit. That's a really central place for ice rink as well. The back there is Johanneksen kirkko. I'll cross back to the other side where we can kind of see the little shops here. And restaurants as well. There are quite a few restaurants here. Of course, many of them have had to close. That's the restriction and not being able to stay open. Or it's not really enough for them to be able to serve during the day. This is very impressive. Also like this little paper shops. Yes, paper shop it says. It's lovely. This area just has really lovely buildings and a nice feel. I think this is a kind of a barber shop here. This is not an area I'm very familiar with. I walk through here, I'm sure, but it's not somewhere I go too often. Oh wow, this must be a dressmakers here. Just a really nice area. You can imagine when all the restaurants are open and all the shops are open. And quite many of them have signs that they will be on Christmas holidays or closed for a while. I like this sign, very colorful. That would be for all things kitchen. It's lovely, colorful displays. For some reason they have the Queen and her dogs and the Pope there. Now the second-hand bookstore. These places are quite nice, and I think this area has become known as a bit of a, or this street specifically as a bit of a design street. There's hairdressers on that side, and the tram is coming through. That's a very sort of common thing around these older city areas here. Or I don't know why I keep saying old, but because the buildings are something that has always been here. I guess that one is from 1908, so fairly old. Guess it's not too far off. But in these areas, the trams are kind of the way to get around. There are not a lot of buses going through these areas of the city center or anything. It's mostly the trams. So it's a very common thing to see. Design pharmacy, it says on that side. It does look like a design store more than a pharmacy. The building here is quite nice as well. That's where we came from. And this here, Korkeavuorenkatu, that would be a sniper street. Let's see. Let them go through. No, they wait for us. As they should though. Just try not to walk in anyone's way or sleep. You can find all kinds of things that you wouldn't basically. A lot of these shops, I was in one of these to buy shoes not too long ago. And they were basically saying that they're having a really difficult time because of all the supermarkets and people buying their shoes in the supermarkets, and that the shoes there are not as good quality, of course. I can imagine that you just get kind of bulk stuff. So they were just saying that that's really hurting the business, and also because it's been difficult to get things transported lately. Probably still on the other side as well. But yeah, it's been quite difficult to get things transported as well. So, and kind of cargo things have been a bit of a mess. So, and they had to make their orders before they knew anything about how the pandemic has gone. So, it's been really challenging for these small shops as well. It's just a really nice area to walk around and look at all the window displays. It's nice that they can still stay around. I'm kind of making my way through here quite slowly, but I really think it's worth it to just have a look at the windows because it gives this area such a nice feel. And you kind of understand what it's like as well. That globe is amazing. That's really cool. Oh, there's another one as well. I think this is such a nice area to walk through. All of these things that are there. Even here's how much it costs to buy in Helsinki, I guess. It's getting more expensive and more expensive. Although a lot of people are also realizing they can now work from outside the city. They have to be here so much. Look at these beautiful, beautiful shops. Of course, many of them are sort of high-end specialist ones as well. Oh, the florist on that side. So beautiful. I don't know if you can see behind the cars. This is a kind of stop and go today, sorry, if you're looking forward to a kind of faster pace. But I'm really interested to see these myself. Beautiful. And then a little cafe on the other side where you can see it there. That reminds me of Central Europe. With the chairs outside. Beautiful longer dresses here as well. Evening wear. But yes, this would of course be expensive area to live in, very expensive. So there's some winter views, even though it's not snowing. Like, I hope it's quite pretty here. I do like it. A little park here as well, surrounded by these older buildings. And I think a newer one there as well on top of the little hillside. I guess this area and these surrounding streets as well would be what you kind of consider the classical Helsinki look. Many of the restaurants, like the Seahorse here, kind of the well-established ones that you know about. Look at this little park. These trees are super cute, and it's so winter, even though quite a lot of it has turned into this kind of a you know, it's not such a nice look when people keep going through and the snow kind of just gets mixed with the gravel and sand and everything. But that is part of winter. This is one of the theaters in the city. Come. And they have a play that they're advertising, but I guess most events are off for the next, I think 3 weeks is the time for the restrictions. Let's have a look at this. I think they have really nice tiles in there. It's like a bathroom store. I wonder where he's going. Let's just stay to the side. And we'll cross Tehtankatu Factory Street with some really lovely buildings here, I think. Well, you can tell me what you think. I'm quite fond of the sort of older Helsinki buildings. I think it's a very specific look that's always been there. I know it's nice to have the new buildings, but we have so many areas where we have the newer buildings and where you can easily create these new kind of areas with shopping centers and the new look. These old areas are really special because it's really something you couldn't start to create right now. Well, you could, I guess, if you just build that kind of houses, they wouldn't take too long to be established, but it just doesn't seem to work that way. There's some art as well. And a little park to my right. I want to see this. This is a map of the North Pole. Wow. I think they have a lot of old maps and old books. I really love this kind of thing. Maybe this is like super boring for a lot of people. I could just look at that kind of stuff forever. Well, maybe not forever, quite a while. You can see the cars are covered in snow, so it has snowed overnight. Isn't that pretty around here? I think I already left Korkeavuorenkatu. We'll keep walking towards the waterfront, to the sea. So we're on Kapteeninkatu, Captain Street. We'll keep moving as I think the car rental here. Is that a car rental? No, it's a kitchen store with cars in front. So playing some music. I kind of interrupted that car's U-turn. Oh well. There's quite a lot of sort of fog around, or mist as well. This is so lovely, isn't it? Just really like that view. And here's Pietarinkatu. Quickly. Architecture and research in that shop there. Okay, let's keep moving. I know I'm kind of making stops as I go. There's a little shop called Ooh La La. Macarons and chocolates. They don't have any on display, unfortunately. They just have their boxes. It's nice to see quite a few people out, just for walks as well. Schools wouldn't start yet, so I guess many people are still enjoying their holidays. Oh wow, that's a really nice ship, that window. Here's another one. I like that style of decorating, just so close to the sea as well. People are gathering there, clearing snow, I think. We'll make our way across here. You can already see the sea. You might not make it out if you're not used to watching it with the ice and the snow, but it's there. We'll walk over. There's a children's book design company. Very cute. You can hear a lot of birds. I don't know if you guys can hear them. We'll make our way across. That's the seaside over there. I guess to my left would be a big park area. And all of this water side here is kind of nice to walk through. But to my left would be a really big park area called Korkeavuorenkatu. We're not going to walk through there today. It's mostly just park area with some restaurants dotted in and an observatory. But it's kind of the observatory is really nice, but it's on a hill. So I think we'll just make our way through the snowy winter views here and to the water side. Wow, it looks so grey over there. That does look like rain coming in. And if it does rain, I'd imagine it will be snow right now. There are some islands just off the shore here, and even a bridge leading to those closest ones. So it's quite a nice area to walk around. You can just see that background of these lovely buildings, which to me look really a lot like what I think of when I think of Helsinki. We'll cross and have a look here on the waterfront. this would be a place to board some ferries, I think. And then you can see some of the bridges going over there. But yeah, there's quite a lot of fog and a little bit of rain coming this way as well. So you can really see how grey it is. Should we still walk? Let's walk along the waterfront. I think that will be the nicest view. Wow, it is really grey here. That side not so much, but that would be Kaivopuisto if you kept walking that way, so to the left. We'll take right here and walk along to the Carusel restaurant. Also a kind of institution around these waters. But you can imagine in the summer this would all be sort of open water, and now it's on ice. Which is a nice winter look. In the summer this is just a great area for a walk. Right now you also have a kind of a little bit colder breeze. It's always a bit colder around the water areas. You can see a lot of the ships here have been, or boats have been kind of covered on land to wait for summer times, or at least the spring, which is not too far off. Some animal has been going through there. Also some boats over there, the other side. But some also left there. They're not going anywhere in a hurry, I think, because it's all on ice. Yeah, it is raining a little bit. Hard to say if it's sort of snow or it's just rain. So these have really sort of been left here. Don't look. Well, there's a lot of snow on them. Let's put it that way. And here's Carusel restaurant. Closed right now. We'll make our way a little bit further along the waterfront here. I think probably we won't go to Boulevardi on the same one. I think it would become quite a long video, to be honest. Already at 40 minutes, so I think we'll walk over a little bit longer. Walk over to the statue there and just take in some of the park and sea views. It looks very much like a winter landscape right now. Of course, they're also clearing the snow. So this is some kind of a conserved tree here. They have a sign for it. Or protected, I guess. It's really calm and quiet here. Just a couple of kind of runners and people like me walking. This is a really nice area. It's just kind of come for a quiet walk or run. Have a look at the sea. You can see the ice doesn't go that far. Actually, open waters are fairly close, but it also doesn't look like something you would walk on at the moment. It's not thick ice. Basketball court over there, that would be really nice in the summer. And the monument, which I'm not familiar with. There's quite a lot of ice on the ground, so I'll navigate that as well. The sea there, and the open water is just a little bit further, so kind of a nice winter look. But you can imagine these places look pretty beautiful when it's summer as well. I think it is starting to snow a little bit, but we won't wait for that on this video. I'll probably just record another one on my way back through Boulevardi. So it's it's about like 10-minute walk through the park before I really get to where I was going. So I think that's going to take us to well past an hour if I get going. So we'll call it a video, and I'll record another one if you want to see that part of town as well, or the city. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the city views and the little shops in Korkeavuorenkatu. And the snow views as well, of course. It was nice to have you with me today. And if you'd like to join me for other videos and see other parts of town, or see videos from Singapore where I usually record these walks, then you can of course subscribe and be notified when there are new videos posted on the channel. So that's something you like to do, then it's much appreciated. But thanks anyway for today. I hope you will join me for other videos. And with that, I hope I'll see you again soon.